Right, before this video begins, right, I want you to drop a like for Brad SLC, right, because if you don't, then you won't inevitably become a fan, and the goal is to become a fan, so if you don't, then you're not going to be a fan, but if you do, then you're going to be a fan, so just do it because you're going to end up being a fan, but if you don't, then you're not going to be a fan, so please do it because you want to be a fan, that's what's going to happen, you're going to end up being a fan if you do it. Subscribe and like the video. God, that's gonna get you nowhere on YouTube. You probably shouldn't use that.
Hey guys, it's Brothers RC, but you already know that, obviously, otherwise why the hell would you actually be here? I don't want to be here either, but you know what? Welcome back to the channel. I have honestly missed being away from YouTube. It is mad. I don't know when I'm posting this, so I don't know if I've actually uploaded a couple of videos yet, or if this is the first one, but anyways, welcome back. I know that in one of those videos that's already been out or coming out, that I mention that at some point I need to make a video explaining why the hell I actually just disappeared, because I didn't make that really known at the time, and I think it's important to discuss things, so that's what I want to try and do today. So people are probably sitting here thinking that I am very depressed. I want to ensure you that is not the case. I am alright, nothing major has happened, so don't worry. I'll be honest from the start, there's nothing bad, don't worry, I'm fine. The main reason that I just kind of left YouTube for a bit and just disappeared was stress. Not really from YouTube. Yes, it is a very stressful thing to do, especially when people expect a certain level from you. So in a way, yes, but it's more come from my personal life. So if people don't know, at the start of this year in April, I was lucky enough to get myself an apprenticeship within IT, something that I've been after for God knows how many years, and I finally managed to get it. And obviously it's very different from a normal job. There's a lot of work and a lot of exams that go into this, and I was not mentally ready for it, and I'm still not. I'm still trying to get my head around it, and it's been like 3 months. It's mad. I'm still trying to process things and figure things out. It's for the past 3 months, really, since I started, things will you can see this is difficult. Things were fine, but I started slowing down as my time there grew longer. It's so much more difficult than I'd anticipated, and I got to a point where I realised I'm gonna have to focus on one thing, otherwise I'm getting nowhere. So yeah, it got to that point. Which one did I pick? YouTube or my life, kind of, my job? And I only had one option, really. I had to pick my job, my future, because at the end of the day, that is more important. And yeah, it was very, although it technically was my only decision because I had to do that for my future and for my family, but knowing that I had to stay away from YouTube or just social media in general for a while, it hurt because all I wanted to do was sit there and just push out videos. This is my dream. I've been doing YouTube for 4 years, and yeah, I have took like an 8-month break before. In that felt different because back then, for the majority of that 8-month break, or something I had last whenever, I didn't really care that much. But this time, I made a promise this year, in the back end of last year. I made a promise that I wanted to be better on YouTube and just grind all the videos out. I want to be consistent, that's what I'm trying to say. And yeah, I felt like with work and all that pressure for exams and coursework type things like that to be done, it's hard. It is so hard. I mean, yes, I could have stayed on here, but I would have been incredibly inconsistent, and that was not what I promised myself. So I had to stop. Simple as that. I had to take a break. I can't just say that everything is work related. I can't blame work because it isn't all their problem, because it's brought me so much joy at times as well. Obviously I have a personal life outside of YouTube, outside of work, and I struggle to find that balance, and I'm slowly trying to figure that out and balance everything out, because I literally have 3 lives now. I have work, YouTube, and my personal life. And for a while I was always convinced that my personal life and my YouTube life was the same. But after I made a video at the start of this year, and then I had time to reflect on that, I realised that not everything that goes on in my life it doesn't need to be shared. I have the right to keep things private, and that's where I went wrong. I failed to do that. So you might be asking, what was that video? Well, if you have any brain, you might be able to figure it out. It's like the most successful video on this channel this year, and that's not really saying much because there's not many. But yeah, it's the breakup video, or the breakup series, because there's 2 of them. Yeah, that really went deep in my personal life and the whole situation there, and I didn't need to go there at all, but I did. I shared details that probably shouldn't have been shared, or honestly, God knows. It's been so long, I don't even know what I said in it, but at this point, I don't really care. I've moved on. I just want to focus on what the hell I'll be doing from now. So, yeah. But it's important for you to understand where I have been mentally, so you can understand me and the bond that we have can grow. I am talking a waffle. I do that a lot, but you'll get used to it. I honestly feel like I'm on a FaceTime call to a child at the minute, but you know what? I literally got my iPad on here with a couple little mental notes I made last night. To be fair, I haven't really stuck to this at all. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, yeah. I mean, the literally top of this just mentions the breakup video thing, so yeah. I don't even think there's anything in this I really want to mention, to be honest. Oh, fair point I made last night, apparently. Yeah. last week I put a lot of things out on my social media. If you might have seen them, it was basically me having a rant, telling everyone how my mental health has spiraled downhill and I need to remove myself from social media. But I would stay on YouTube. I would never leave YouTube. I love YouTube. And no, I wasn't doing it for attention or anything like that. I just kind of did it because I was a bit pissed off at the time. And had a lot. I did and still have a lot of things running through my mind that I just need to kind of figure out because I'm very confused. This year has not been a great year. Obviously, work and stuff, yes. But a lot of things have went wrong. Friendships, that's what went wrong. So obviously I lost my girlfriend. And more recently, I lost my best friend. Obviously the girlfriend thing, partly my fault. And then me losing my best friend, I would say, although everyone else believes that, it's all my fault. No one actually understands the situation unless you're in it. Because I could blame a load of people for stuff that they've supposedly done, but only they're gonna know what they've actually done. So that's the same with me. I know everything that I've done in these past couple of years. I mean, yeah, my memory's awful, but if you tell me I've done something, I will clearly know if I've done that or not. I'm not that stupid. So when people start accusing me of horrific things that I could never possibly do, because I'm not that type of person, I take a lot of offence to that, because how can you say that type of thing? I think I'm not going to say now that, oh, I can't do these things because I'm an influencer, I have a big audience or whatever. It's like, no, it's not that. It's just because I'm a better person that I know my rights and wrongs. I know what I can and can't do. It's like I used to tell people a long time ago, I am not a good person. And that was because I was really selfless at the time. I only cared about myself. But that's not the way to go about. Everyone needs to be a lot kinder to people than we actually are. And especially with the past year and a half that we've had. People need to be a lot kinder. And I don't understand why we aren't. So I am trying to be a better person. I'm trying to turn my life around and make a bloody difference. So stop trying to bring me down. Stop trying to accuse me of things that I wouldn't do. Because I tell you now, you're not going to get anything from it. You're really not. You might think it's a laugh, but it's really not. It's like I could actually have lost my job from some of the things that have been said because they're that bad. It's like you could have stopped us from seeing my family. It's that bad. You could have had me put in prison, for God's sake, for some of the accusations you made. And for what? A little laugh. To have a bit of a joke. What's the point? I genuinely don't understand some people. It's like if you've been on TikTok recently, you would have seen this family, the Smithy family. A great family. I've followed them since sometime last year. They're a laugh. And some two idiotic teenagers decided it'll be funny to set fire to their car, which then led to the whole house burning down, pretty much. Obviously not burned down, but you kind of get what I mean. It was destroyed because of a fire, a horrific fire that was for a joke, but could have cost a whole family and their neighbours their whole lives. And what did you achieve from that? So, yeah. It's like, I don't have any faith in people anymore, and I haven't for a long time. I've said this so many times that I have no faith in people. I hate the internet. It's all true because everyone's a prick. Anybody can be a pain in the arse to you, and honestly, yes, it is true. Anybody can be like that. It's not difficult. It's really... Yeah. Just everyone needs to man up and be a better person. Because one day one of these jokes are going to go too far and someone is going to die. And yeah. Or someone is going to be accused of something. I mean, this happens all the time. People being accused of things that they would never do, and they go to prison for it. They get killed for it. And there's no need. You're costing people their lives, and I don't want to be a part. I don't want to bring my kids into a world where people just get accused of horrific things like that. I am now becoming aware that this video has just made a tragic turn, completely gone off a tangent of what the hell I was supposed to talk about, but oh well, that's life. I didn't really have a plan going into this, and to be honest, you can always see that. I want to make this unedited as well, so you can see how I truly am. It's something I want to bring across a lot more, just me being me. This is the more serious and emotional side of me. Obviously, should have seen us a couple hours ago. It's a bloody right idiot. But yeah, it's like I generally am an idiot. I am. But when you tell me something, you show me something that I connect with, and it means something, it become a lot more real. Like settle down a lot and very, very quickly. Yeah, I literally am kind of like a mild Jekyll and Hyde. And I say that because I don't go from being kind 1 minute to an absolute pain in the arse the next. No, my personalities can change from being an absolute twat to, or just a silly little idiot in a jokey way, to this just a lot more emotional, calm, talkative type of person. Yeah, it's kind of difficult one to explain, to be honest. Alright guys, I'm going to end off the video in a second because I don't really have anything else to say, and if I do say anything else, it's probably just going to be a load of rubbish anyway. But I just want to put one thing out there. I have a lot of big ambitions for YouTube, and I've got a couple big video ideas that I want to put out onto the channel at some point. I also have a good friend, Josh Sopranos. You can see his play. You might be able to see his play button on the wall. You might be, you might not be able to, but there'll be an over on the screen probably, because I'm in love for the thing, to be honest. I mean, I can't believe I've actually got it sitting there, but that's not the point. I know he has things in the works, I have things in the works, and hopefully at some point our calendars will align and we can make some content together, because he's a sick person. He's just so real and honest, and yeah, he's a class person. Be nice to make some content with you, Josh, if you're watching. But yeah, if anybody else would like to be a part of some videos, then drop a comment, message on Instagram, whatever, Twitter. Links are all in the description, so yeah, drop us a message, drop us a tweet. I'll be sure to answer you, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.